Hello, my name is Jisa, and I'm reading Master Dōgen's Shōbōgenzō, and we have reached chapter 28, Butsu-Kojo-No-Ji, the matter of the Ascendant State of Buddha, and I've reached paragraph 67. And we should finish this today. Great Master Kokaku of Unguzan Mountain visits the founding patriarch Tōzan. Tōzan asks him, "What is the Akarya's name?" Ungu says, Doyo. The founding patriarch asks further, "Say again in the ascendant state." Ungo says, "When I express it in the ascendant state, it is not named Doyo." Tōzan says, "When I was in Ungan's order, our exchange was no different." The present words of master and disciple we should without fail examine in detail. This, in the ascendant state it is not named Doyo, is the ascendant state of Doyo. We should learn in practice that in what has hitherto been called Doyo, there exists an ascendant state of not being named Doyo. Having realized the principle of in the ascendant state not being named Doyo, he is really Doyo. But do not say that even in the ascendant state he might be Doyo, even if Master Ungo Doyo, when he hears the founding patriarch's words, "Say again in the ascendant state," offers another account of his understanding, which he perfectly communicates as, "In the ascendant state I am still named Doyo," these also would be just words in the ascendant state. Why do I say so? Because in a moment Doyo springs in through his brain and conceals himself in his body, and while concealed in his body he conspicuously reveals his figure. Zen Master Sozan Honjaku visits the founding patriarch Tōzan. Tōzan asks him, "What is the Akarya's name?" Sozan says, Honjaku. The founding patriarch says, "Say again in the ascendant state." Sozan says, "I do not say." The founding patriarch says, "Why do you not say?" The master says, "It is not named Honjaku." The founding patriarch affirms this. To comment, in the ascendant state, words are not non-existent. They are just, "I do not say." Why does he not say? Because he is beyond the name Honjaku. So words in the ascendant state are, "I do not say," and not saying in the ascendant state is the not named. Honjaku, the not named, is Honjaku, not named, is expression of the ascendant state. For this reason, Honjaku is the not named. So there is non-Honjaku. There is the not named, which has dropped, all things fall off, and there is Honjaku, who has dropped, all things off. I'm going to say that sentence again. So there is non-Honjaku, there's a note there, non-Honjaku, non-Buddha. Okay. There is non-Honjaku, there is the not named, which has dropped all things off, and there is Honjaku, who has dropped all things off. Zen Master Banzan Hoshaku says, "Even 1,000 saints do not transmit the ascendant single path." These words, "the ascendant single path," are the words of Banzan alone. He neither speaks of the matter of the ascendant state, nor speaks of human beings in the ascendant state. He speaks of a single path as the ascendant state. The point here is that even if 1,000 saints come vying head to head, the ascendant single path is beyond transmission. That it is beyond transmission means that 1,000 saints each preserves an individual standing which is beyond transmission. We can study it like this. Still, there is something further to say, namely, 1,000 saints and 1,000 sages are not non-existent, and yet, saints and sages though they may be, the ascendant single path is beyond the orbit of saints and sages. Zen master Koso of Chimonzan mountain on one occasion is asked by a monk, "What is the matter of the Ascendant State of Buddha?" The master says, "The head of the staff hoists up the sun and moon." To comment, the staff being inextricably bound to the sun and moon is the matter of the Ascendant State of Buddha. When we learn the sun and moon in practice as a staff, the whole cosmos fades away. This is the matter of the Ascendant State of Buddha. It is not that the sun and moon are a staff. The concreteness of the head of the staff is the whole staff. In the order of Great Master Musai of Sekito, Zen Master Dogo of Tenno-ji Temple asks, "What is the great intent of the Buddha Dharma?" The master says, "It is beyond attainment, beyond knowing." Dogo says, "In the ascendant state, is there any further variation or not?" The master says, "The wide sky does not hinder the flying of a white cloud." To comment, Sekito is the second generation descendant of Sokai. Master Dogo of Tenno-ji Temple is Yakusan's younger brother in Sekito's order. On one occasion, he asks, "What is the great intent of the Buddha Dharma?" This question is not one with which beginners and late learners can cope. When someone asks about the great intent, they speak at a time when they might already have grasped the great intent. Sekito says, "It is beyond attainment, beyond knowing." Remember, in the Buddha Dharma, the great intent exists in the very first moment of sincere mind, and the great intent exists in the ultimate state. This great intent is beyond attainment. Establishment of the mind, training, and acquiring of experience are not non-existent. They are beyond attainment. This great intent is beyond knowing. Practice and experience is not non-existence, and practice and experience is not existence. It is beyond knowing, and it is beyond attainment. Again, this great intent is beyond attainment, beyond knowing. The noble truths and practice and experience are not non-existent. They are beyond attainment, beyond knowing. The noble truths and practice and experience are not existent. They are beyond attainment, beyond knowing. Dogo says, "In the ascendant state, is there any further variation or not?" If it is possible for this variation to be realized, the ascendant state is realized. A variation signifies an expedient means. An expedient means signifies the Buddhas and the patriarchs. In the expressing of such expedient means, the state should be there being something further. Though it may be there being something further, at the same time, there being nothing further should not be allowed to leak away, but should be expressed. The wide sky does not hinder the flying of the white cloud, are the words of Sekito. The wide sky is utterly beyond hindering the wide sky, and the wide sky is beyond hindering the flying of the wide sky. At the same time, the white cloud is utterly beyond hindering itself, the white cloud. The flying of the white cloud is beyond hindrance, and the flying of the white cloud does not hinder the flying of the wide sky at all. What is beyond hindering others is beyond hindering itself. It is not necessary that individuals do not hinder each other, and it cannot be that individual objects do not hinder each other. For this reason, each is beyond hindrance, and each displays the essence and form of the wide sky not hindering the flying of the white cloud. At such a moment, we raise the eyebrows of these eyes of learning in practice and glimpse a Buddha coming or meet a patriarch coming. We meet ourselves coming and meet the other coming. This state has been called the truth of asking once, being answered 10 times. In the asking once, being answered 10 times, of which I now speak, the one who asks once must be a true person, and the one who answers 10 times must be a true person. Obaku says, people who have left family life should know that there is a state which is the matter that has come to us from the past. For instance, Great Master Hoyu of Gozu, who was a pupil of the fourth patriarch, though he was preaching, was fluent in all I'll start that sentence again. For instance, Great Master Hoyu of Gozu was a pupil of the fourth patriarch. Though his preaching was fluent in all directions, still never knew the pivotal matter of the ascendant state. If you have eyes and brain of this state, you will be able to tell the false from the true among religious groups. The matter that has come from the past, which Obaku expresses like this, is the matter that has been authentically transmitted from the past by the Buddhas and the patriarchs, Buddha to Buddha and patriarch to patriarch. It is called the right Dharma eye treasury and the fine mind of nirvana. Though it is present in the self, it may be necessary to know. Though it is present in the self, it is still never known. For those who have not received the authentic transmission from Buddha to Buddha, it is never realized, even in a dream. Obaku, as the Dharma child of Hyakujo, is even more excellent than Hyakujo, and as the Dharma grandchild of Baso, is even more excellent than Baso. In general, among the ancestral patriarchs of those 3 or 4 generations, there is none who stands shoulder to shoulder with Obaku. Obaku is the only one to have made it clear that Gozu was missing a pair of horns. Fantastic. Other Buddhist patriarchs have never known it. Zen Master Hoyu of Gozu Zan Mountain was a venerable master under the fourth patriarch. His preaching was fluent in all directions. Truly, when we compare him with sutra teachers and commentary teachers between the western heavens and the eastern lands, he is not to be seen as insufficient. Regrettably, however, he never knew the pivotal matter of the ascendant state, and he never spoke of the pivotal matter of the ascendant state. If a person does not know the pivotal matter that has come to us from the past, how could he discern the true and the false in the Buddha Dharma? He is nothing more than a man who studies words. Thus, to know the pivotal matter of the ascendant state, to practice the pivotal matter of the ascendant state, and to experience the pivotal matter of the ascendant state are beyond the scope of ordinary folk. Wherever true effort is present, the state is inevitably realized. What has been called the matter of the ascendant state of Buddha means having arrived at the state of Buddha, progressing on and meeting Buddha again. It is just the same state as that in which ordinary people meet Buddha. That being so, if meeting Buddha is on the level of ordinary people's meeting Buddha, it is not meeting Buddha. If meeting Buddha is like ordinary people's meeting Buddha is an illusion. How much less could it be the matter of the ascendant state of Buddha? Remember, the matter of the ascendant state of which Obaku speaks is beyond the comprehension of the unreliable people of today. To be sure, there are those whose expressions of Dharma are below the level of Hoyu, and there are the occasional few whose expressions of Dharma are equal to Hoyu, but they all may be Hoyu's older and younger brothers in Dharma. How could they know the pivotal matter of the ascendant state? Others, such as bodhisattvas in the 10 sacred stages and 3 clever stages, do not know the pivotal matter of the ascendant state at all. How much less could they open and close the pivotal matter of the ascendant state? This point is the very eyes of learning and practice. Those who know the pivotal matter of the ascendant state are called human beings in the ascendant state of Buddha. They physically attain the matter of the ascendant state of Buddha. Shōbōgenzō Butsu-Kojo-No-Ji, preached to the assembly at Kannon Dori Kosho Horenji Temple on the 23rd day of the 3rd lunar month in the 3rd year of Minji, 1242. Thanks for listening. Take care.